of life and high. Surely God is on the move as we see this day becomes a reality. Through the years, we have seen the faithfulness of God in every season of the ministry He has entrusted. And we can only say, surely His goodness and mercy have made us step into a new season. All ministry beginnings are unique, and so is with us as a family. In June 1998, on a Sunday afternoon, a group of small families gathered to fellowship at the house of one of its members in Ilwood, High City. For several weeks, Brother June Pomcom's residence became our place for prayer, worship, and early morn. We'd invited different speakers from time to time until we finally decided to invite Pastors Lemuel and Tessie to lead us while we start this small ministry. A month after we started, in a leap of faith, we finally decided to find a place where we can fellowship as a congregation. The first of many would be SGI Compound at Nonolimbaga Drive. This place played a significant role as we were starting fresh. We first rented a small room on the third floor where we must carry borrowed musical instruments from our sister church in Bice to have our afternoon fellowship starting at 3 p.m. every Sunday. And then, if the room is not available, we will move to the cinema on the fourth floor and then to the basketball court. The longest place we've stayed in the compound was at the cafeteria and at the ground floor, where we have to clean up every Saturday with the help of everyone. There was also a time wherein we had to stay at their snack bar if they have big events scheduled at the cafeteria back then. We stayed at the SGI compound for almost 3 years when we finally decided to move to a small garage located in Ilwood. This became our place of worship for some time. This place birthed a lot of new families with a testimony of people just passing by and see our worship service schedule. Many young people started to emerge during this time and in the season. After how many years of having some brothers from our sister church help us during worship, this season also allowed us to see how God has provided us with skilled musicians who had led worship for us through the years. Our dear Pastor Lemuel Felicio has trained us to live by faith, and with the desire to do more for the Lord, we dream to have a church building of our own. This became a significant part of the ministry in Tanhai as everyone young and old alike started to put a seed of faith on the ground. Pastors Lemuel and Tessie Felicio, as an active faith, decided to not receive their love gift for a year to put their faith into action. Those who have regular jobs also followed through with its seed offerings amounting to their 1 month salary, and the rest to give as much as they can to build our new home here in Tugastan High City. In 2008, after a year of giving our seed offering and faithfully meeting together at a small garage, we bought a lot in Tugas in partial payment. By faith, while the church slowly paid the full amount for the church lot, we started to build a church building. Bayanihan is part of our church legacy. Our brothers and sisters, including the youth and children, started to support not just financially, but also with the hard labor of building the church. Every day, except for Sunday, our church building has been slowly built by our fathers, mothers, and children. When the church was fully built, God was faithful as He provided people and finances to build His sanctuary. Not only did we have a new home, but we also decided to buy some new instruments and equipment as we celebrated our 10th anniversary in our newly built church building. What can we say more? God has added many things through the years. By faith, we bought new instruments, a new laptop, and 3 TV sets for our multimedia team. There are so many small and big testimonies we can share on how a small act of faith led us to live by faith, especially when we decided to have our own church transportation in 2017. We have seen the growth of the church not just in what we can see here, right now, but also in our members. We have seen the spiritual growth of families and new people coming in and joining us in our journey. Like in the book of Acts, God has added numbers for the last 25 years, together with pastors Lemuel and Tessie Felicia, and to those who have worked with us through the years, with a small band of 20 people, including children. God has grown this ministry to more than 80 people celebrating every Sunday. We praise God for the lives of our church workers since we started here, like Pastor Roger Elasho, Pastora Maribel de Liosa, Pastora Mercy, and Pastora Maribel Cabinasa. We praise God for Pastors Ricky and Evelyn Fontanilla as they help the ministry grow while starting their own family here at Tanai. Today, we praise God for the lives as they continue to serve the Lord as pastors to our daughter church in Banyan. The birth of our daughter church in Tanai in the year 2015 became a legacy with a ministry in Tanhai City. We have witnessed how this small church has also grown in numbers and how God's faithfulness continues to flourish as the people of God continue to move with the vision God has given our pastors. We are also blessed to have our twin pastors, Pastora Mafe and Emily Melazide, who played an important role as they work hand in hand to support what God is doing through the ministry in Tanhai for the season, and how they help support the new believers in their fresh walk with the Lord, and how we have established our relationship with other churches in the city. God has raised a new generation of teachers, nurses, doctors, engineers, and ministers in the Lord. Each impacts the domain where God has placed them. We have seen how God was faithful even in the worship ministry. God continues to raise young and old alike to minister at the altar. Well, our story is not yet ending. For 25 years, God has moved mightily in our families, and together we believe that in this new season for Word of Life on High, God is preparing us for something even greater. Greater testimonies to share, greater works to accomplish, greater heights to move, as we know that we serve a great God from whom all these blessings flow. Congratulations, Word of Life family. Let us continue the journey as protection, preservation, healing, and blessings are portioned as believers for such a time as this. Happy 26th ministry anniversary.